Good afternoon, YouTube. Tuesday afternoon. We're in the shop building frame. So basically, I just took a couple pieces of scrap. These are 1x6, and made a rectangle box. I didn't look at any particular measurements. Didn't really care. Figured no sense cutting anything down. So these are inside 22 inches long, and then the inside dimensions 17 3/4, outside 19 1/4. Essentially fits a frame perfectly. Nice and snug on the sides. Okay, simple measurements. I don't know how much explaining I need to do on that. 4 pieces of wood. So the next thing I did was I drew a line where this board is going to be, and I just used a piece of scrap. Put the piece of scrap right on the outside edge, traced a line. That tells me where the inside piece is in relation to the outside. You can see there, that line is equal to this side here. Then what I did was I took a sidebar and laid it up to that line, and then I drew another line on this side of the sidebar. So what that's telling me is the relationship of this piece inside the box. So now this edge here is going to line up with that line. So I did that on all 4 corners. Next thing I did was I took a 3/4 Forstner bit and I drilled this hole. Now you can see that I drilled it slightly inboard of that line. What that allows for is these dowels to go through the hole on both sides, and those are centered up. Now, slip an end bar in there. See that it hits that dowel rod. I put pressure on that dowel rod, it makes these tight. So how this whole thing works, and you've probably seen this on the web already, is I'll insert my dowels, and I just take some big heavy duty rubber bands, hook it on that side of the dowel, hook it on this side of the dowel. So now this dowel is spring tensioned. Same thing on this side. Like that. Now all I do, start chucking in my end bars. I got my station set up. I don't have to go anywhere. This particular size holds 15 frames. I'll go ahead and get this filled up with end bars. I'll be right back. Okay, we got all the sidebars loaded in, 30 pieces total. And I'm just going to run a bead of glue down the top. And also, I didn't allude to it earlier, but that dowel rod is 5/8 of an inch. So the 3/4 inch hole I drilled has a little bit of play, so it allows that dowel to slide back and forth in that hole once the rubber bands are on it. Okay, then I'm just going to grab top bars, start dropping them in. Go ahead and hit them with a crown stapler. I'm using 1 1/4 inch. It's a little bit long for this application, but it's all I have. So that's what I'm going to use. It's not going to hurt anything. Right down the center. That's that. On the top bars, I also like to run a staple up underneath the top bar. So just put it up right under there on a bit of an angle. Let it rip. We're just going to flip our box up and over. Just like so. Okay, and we repeat the process. Glue, bottom bars, staple. And now the bottom bars. I like to put a couple pieces on the side, and I'll put a clamp across. And that just helps squish the frames together so that the bottom bars are seated correctly. Not a lot of pressure, but just enough to make sure that they're fully engaged. All right, so now that's done. So the next thing we're going to do is just unhook our rubber bands. Whoa. Pull the dowels. And lift up on the box. Now I got two little wedge shims in there just to hold everything tight. Like that. Right as rain. 15 frames, only takes a couple minutes. I've been out here, goofing off, but I've built 45 frames, I think altogether, total time. Might have been 20 minutes, so. All right, any questions, let me know. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll keep more videos coming. Spring's almost here. We're gonna get into those hives pretty soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.